Cascading style sheets. What is a style sheet? A style sheet is a text file that contains one or more rules that determine, through properties and values, how the elements on your web page should be displayed. What can they control? Font size, color, kerning, leading, alignment, the size and position of layers, border size, color, and style, page breaks, background images, list formatting, and much, much more. What browsers support them? Most browsers support CSS2, which is a guideline from our friends at the W3C. The W3C is the World Wide Web Consortium. No browser fully supports all of CSS2. Here's what a CSS rule looks like. It has two main parts, selectors and, and declarations. Selectors determine which elements are affected. They select something for change. Declarations consist of one or more property value pairs. Declarations are enclosed within curly brackets. In the example at the bottom left, the H1 is the selector. Color :green is the declaration. The declaration can be broken out into property value pairs. Color is the property, green is the value. Embedded styles are placed within the head tag and contain all of the following. Style, a type attribute in a CSS rule. Look at the example at the bottom. You must have, within your head tag, style tags. They open and close, and in between the style tags are all of your CSS rules. Here are some examples. In this example, all H1 tags are changed to green. H1 is the selector, the color is the property, and the value is green, so change all H1s to green. This example changes all the H1 tags to green and their backgrounds to red. H1 is the selector, the color will be green, and then there's a new property, background color, and it's red. Please take notice of the fact that anytime you have more than one word as a property, there's always a hyphen between the words, such as in the case of background-color. This example changes all image tags so they have a solid red 4-pixel border. This is kind of a special syntax, border. Border, 4-pixel, solid red. This example changes all body tag text to blue. It uses the body tag as a selector. The property color is blue. In other words, all text within the page, turn it to blue. This example changes the background color to an image. Did you know that you had backgrounds and background colors? Well, you do. So, the selector chosen here is the body tag. On the body tag, they've decided to use background-image as the property. And URL is just a specification to a resource, apple.jpg. In other words, use the apple.jpg as the background image for the body tag. Since the body tag contains all of the content that's viewable to the end user, look what happens. By default, the apple is going to tile over and over and over in the page. This example changes all paragraphs to green text. It uses the P selector and changes the color to green. This example changes all H1 tags to red and all paragraphs to green text. In the example at the right, Apples are our friends. Imagine that that's an H1, a header 1, and we've chosen to select it and color it red. However, an apple a day keeps the doctor away is in its own paragraph. Since it's marked up with P tags, we can use the P selector or the P tag as a selector to color that text green. See how we're starting to get a little more specific? In this example, we can change all body text to blue, all H1 tags to red, and images will now have an orange 4-pixel dashed border. In the example on the right, apples are our friends is an H1, and then it's followed by 2 paragraphs of text, which are followed by an apple and bananas images. On the left-hand side, you can see the cascading style sheet code that's used to make those changes. The body tag has been colored blue. But if that's true, why is not apples are our friends colored blue? The reason is because the next line of cascading style sheet code changes the H1s to red. The third line of cascading style sheet code chooses the image tag, and it specifies to put a 4-pixel orange dashed border around all images. This example changes the body to a green background, all body text to blue, all H1 tags to red, and images will have an orange 4-pixel dashed border. Let's look at it in more detail. We're using the body tag as a selector, and we're telling it to have the following properties. Background color, green. Look at the example on the right. Everything in the background for the entire page is green. Color, blue. Color refers to the color of the text. So notice that the paragraphs are colored blue, but the header is not. Apples are our friends is actually red. And the reason is, just like in the last slide, the H1 has been selected and colored red. Next, in the cascading style sheet code, image, all images in fact, have been set to have a 4-pixel orange dashed border. You're seeing that syntax over and over and over again for how to specify a border. Just know it from seeing it several times. It's a little different than the other property value pairs. In this example, we're changing all paragraphs to 12-point blue Verdana text. How are we doing that? Just by specifying that we want to use the P tag as a selector, or said another way, we want to select the P tag to have font family Verdana, font size 12 points, and color blue. In the example on the right, you can see that because we've only chosen to change the way that a paragraph tag looks, apples are our friends is not changed. The reason? Because it's a header.